Hey guys, remember during FUNdations, we have been working a whole lot on our R-controlled vowels that say the same sound. Each one of these three say the same sound, and that is So let's go ahead and get our minds right. So let's review some of the sounds that we've been struggling with, okay? So you are going to listen and repeat. O-L-D, old. O-L-T, olt. O-S-T, oast. I-L-D, ild. I-N-D, ind. Okay, now I will go ahead and tell you that these are a certain syllable type. I want you to raise your hand and tell me what syllable type are these glued sounds. Yep, these glued sounds are closed exceptions because this O looks like it's closed in by this L and D and it should say ah, but we know this is an exception and it's going to say its name. Okay, now let's go ahead and practice our 3 trick words that we are learning this week. Elbows up. The first word that we are going to practice is picture. I'm going to write it on the board. Your job is to skywrite our word picture. Elbows up, straight as a stick. Here we go. P, I, C, T, U, R, E. Picture. Very good. All right. Next word is learn. Elbows up. We are going to practice spelling it straight as a stick. No noodle arms. Here we go. L, E, A, R, N. Learn. Great job. Last one is earth. Here we go. Straight as a stick, elbows up. Spell it E, A, R, T, H, earth. Very good. Those are the 3 that we are going to practice in just a minute, and we're going to play a game with it. After we get through everything, we will play the flashcard game if we have time. So be ready for that. All right. Now, I told you that our job is to go over our R-controlled vowel sounds. So we are going to do the whole poster, and then you're going to tell me what you know about these 3 sounds. Here we go. Say it with me. A-R, car, R. O-R, horn, or. E-R, her, I-R, bird, U-R, burn, There is something that you need to know about all of these sounds. We just talked about it. Raise your hand if you can tell me what all of those sounds have in common. Yes, they all say the exact same sound, which means we now have to rely on our eyes when we see it spelled to know which way is correct. Each of these R-controlled vowels will say the same sound, and that sound is Very good. Okay, your job now is to get out your story from yesterday, and your story is the red planet. If you remember, yesterday we went through and we practiced reading. We also went through and found words that were R-controlled. So today what we're going to do is we're going to review our fluency, and after we read through it a couple times, you are then going to get to come up to the board, write your word, and mark it up that you found. Okay, so everybody take out your story, The Red Planet, and we are ready to read together. We're going to read it one time together, and then you and your partner are going to read. And after you and your partner are going to read, you're going to read it on your own, and then we'll practice marking up our controlled vowels in the story. Here we go. Fingers under the words. You're reading with me, pointing as we read. You may begin. Okay, great job. Now what you're going to do is you're going to read with your partner. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. That's all you're going to get. So partner A, you're going to read first. Partner B, you're going to read second. Partner B, while partner A is reading, your job is to help. If your partner struggles with a word, you make sure you help them. Same goes for partner A. Partner A, when partner B is reading, make sure that you give support as needed. Okay, so go ahead, partner A, you may read first, and then partner B, you read when that person's finished. Okay, remember your last thing that you are going to do is you are going to read on your own. Miss Hembry and I will be walking around to listen to you and help you as you have any trouble. Your job is to whisper read quietly. Do not disturb your neighbor. You may put your fingers under the words and you may begin. Okay, great job. Now we're gonna do something fun. I'm gonna set my timer for 3 minutes. I'm gonna call on random people and you are gonna get to come up to the board. You're gonna get to write your word that has an R-controlled vowel sound and you're gonna mark it up, okay? All right, great job. Everybody did wonderful. You may put your story away. Now we're gonna go back to our trick words. If you remember, I told you we were gonna do something fun with this. So we've already skywritten all of our words today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice them 2 more times, and then I'm gonna have you and your neighbor practice writing on each other's backs. And your partner has to guess the word. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to spell the word picture, okay? So think about that word picture. I want you to have your palm out. I will write the word on the board, but if you think you know it, I want you to spell it. You are going to start and you're going to write the word picture in your hand. You may begin. Spell it to yourself. Okay, great job. Now, I want you down on the floor. You know how we do. Dig your fingers in, and I want you to write the word picture on the floor as you spell it to yourself. Excellent job. Now, we're going to do the same thing with learn. Go ahead and write the word learn on your hand. I should see your lips moving and I should see your fingers moving on your hand, spelling the word correctly. Go ahead and spell the word learn. Okay, now take your fingers. You know what to do. Dig into the ground and write the word learn. I should see your lips moving and your fingers spelling the word correctly. Okay, our last word is earth. Go ahead and get your hands out. You know what to do. Write the word earth, spelling it correctly. Lips are moving, fingers are moving. Spell the word earth. Great job. Okay, down on the ground, you know what to do. Dig your fingers in, lips moving, spelling the word earth correctly. Okay, now you've practiced spelling those words. Now we're going to see if your partner knows the word. So, partner A, you're going to turn your back to partner B. Partner B, your job is to take your fingers just like you wrote on your hands and just like you wrote on the ground, and you're going to spell one of those words on your partner's back. Partner A, you have to figure out which word they spelled. Then you're going to switch. Partner B, you'll turn around while partner A writes on your back. Partner B, you'll have to figure out which word partner A wrote. I'm going to set a timer and you are going to have 3 minutes. You may begin. Okay, great job. Very good. Now, I need you to take your composition book paper from Miss Hembry. We're going to do a little checkup. We're going to see how you're doing on understanding our words that have our R-controlled vowel sound. So, once you get your paper, I need you to write your name at the top, and I need you to be ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent job. Okay, so your job right now is to write sounds. So I'm going to say a sound, and I want you to write the sound you hear or the letters that make that sound you hear. Here we go. Your first sound is Write the letters that make the sound. Your next sound, number 2, is R. Write the letters that make the R sound. Okay? And your last set of sounds is OR. Write the letters that make the OR sound. Okay, great job. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're going to check it. I don't want your brain to get it wrong. So if you don't have it right, you need to erase and fix it now. So the first one, I said, what letters make the sound? You should have written all of these letters because every single one of them makes the sound. Check your paper and make sure you have ER, UR, IR. Those are all the sounds that make all the letters that make the sound Okay? Your next one was R. What letters make the R sound? You should have written AR because AR is an R-controlled sound or an R-controlled vowel that makes the R sound. Your last one was OR. What letters make the OR sound? You should have written OR because OR says OR. I want you to make sure that you have that top row correct because if you don't, your brain will make a mistake the next time. So let's fix it now. Make sure you have those and then we're ready to move on to our words. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to practice 2 words. So these words are going to have the sound. Your job is to figure out which sound it is. Okay? So I need you to listen. I need you to repeat. I need you to tap. And I need you to write. Here we go. Listen. bird. Repeat, bird. Tap it, bird. Go ahead and write the word bird on your paper. Okay, here's your next word. Listen, repeat, tap. Here we go. Listen, curb. Repeat, curb. Tap, herb. Write the word curb on your paper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you the correct way. Your job now is to correct it if you got it wrong. And then we're going to practice marking it up. Your first word was bird. Bird. If you did not get the correct R-controlled vowel, fix it now. Okay, your next word was curb. Herb. If you did not get the correct R-controlled vowel, fix it now. Okay, now we're going to practice marking them up. These are the same words that we've been marking up all week. So the first thing I want you to do is find the R-controlled vowel. What do we do to the R-controlled vowel? We circle it. So go ahead and circle IR. How many syllables is this word? You should have said one because there's only one vowel, so that tells me it's a one-syllable word. So go ahead and mark it as one syllable. What kind of syllable type is it? It is an R-controlled vowel. So go ahead and make sure that your word looks like mine. I know some of you scoop, totally fine. You can scoop this part. Okay, let's go to our next word. Find the R-controlled vowel. You should have circled UR. How many syllables is this word? It's a one-syllable word because there's only one vowel. I know every syllable has to have a vowel, so there's only one. That means this is only one. So I can scoop it. What syllable type is this? This is an R-controlled vowel. Very good. So make sure your paper looks just like my board. Okay, now we're going to practice 2 trick words. And it's the 2 that we've written twice today. So I hope that you were paying attention when you were writing it in the sky, when you were writing it on the ground, and when you were writing it on your partner's back. The first trick word I want you to write is learn. Write the word learn. The next trick word I want you to write is picture. Picture. Okay, here we go. I'm going to spell it. If you do not have exactly what I have, I need you to correct it. Spell the word learn correctly. Now I'm going to write the word picture. Make sure you have exactly what I have. You have the word picture. Okay, now comes our sentence. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say the sentence. Then you're going to repeat the sentence. Then we're going to say the sentence again and count the words. And then you are going to write the sentence on your paper. Here we go. Listen first. Libby was hurt when she crashed her bike into the shrubs. Okay, this time you're going to repeat. Libby was hurt when she crashed her bike into the shrubs. Okay, now we're going to count the words in that sentence. Here we go. Libby was hurt when she crashed her bike into the shrubs. We have 11 words in that sentence. You need to say the sentence to yourself and start writing. Libby was hurt when she crashed her bike into the shrubs.